This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for the week of December 11th, 2023. Major fog advisory in effect. Not only is Mercury crawling to a halt and stationing retrograde on the 13th, but we also have a Sagittarius new moon square Neptune, the cosmic fog machine. So this is probably not a week when you're going to get as much done as you have in the previous weeks. Or even if you are still keeping up a hectic, let's get everything done before the end of the year pace, you might feel like your brain is cushioned by cotton or too much eggnog or many holiday movies. The week starts with the fruition of two aspects that built up at the end of last week. Mercury, communication, and Venus, how we get along with each other and what we value, contacting expansive Jupiter in Taurus. And on Monday, the two inner planets are sextile or in a handshake relationship. There's an opportunity here possibly to work something out in a relationship, in a financial deal, maybe just to get a piece of information that you've been wanting, a piece of practical information that's going to make a difference. See what doors open, what windows open, what offers dangle in front of you. They're probably worth at least pursuing, if not actually taking. Then comes a tweak in how you think about yourself, how you present yourself, what you see as yourself, as the Sun makes an adjustment aspect or quincunx inconjunct to Uranus. This will probably be extremely sudden. It's very likely that you'll look at something and go, no, that's not for me anymore, bam, and just be over it. It, in quotes, may be a part of yourself, an aspect of your life, some way that you have defined yourself. Anyway, tweak. And then the new moon in Sagittarius happens on the same day. Squaring Neptune, planet of illusion, transcendence, compassion, highest love. The pressure of this aspect has a potential for letting off a terrific amount of imagination and inspiration and creativity. It has the power to turn Grinch's hearts around. It also has the power to whip up all kinds of I know better than you do rhetoric, unfortunately. And likely we'll be seeing some of that intellectual superiority playing out in arguments over funding aid to Ukraine, a foreign country being in Sagittarian purview, fighting over border security, immigration policy, and as we've already seen, blurring the lines between church and state. On a personal level, keep in mind the potential for imagination and inspiration and harness this to envision a bigger and better future, to go for broke. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and it's all about pushing limits, asking for more. Other contacts to this moon indicate that what we're thinking about now, the phases that we are launching now, the schemes, the plans, the seeds, really do point to the future. But first, we'll have some backtracking to do. Mercury does station retrograde on the 13th in highly practical Capricorn, and we will have many opportunities to clean up old business, finish old business, clear up confusion, encounter and probably create even more confusion about very tangible, practical, foundational aspects of life. Mercury is retrograde through the end of the year, stations direct on January 1st, and on the 23rd, just before Christmas Eve, it backs into the sign of Sagittarius. For right now, all of the retrograde dramas and opportunities are about goals, the bottom line, very tangible, practical aspects of our lives. This is fix it, clean it up, get it in good shape before we all go on mental and emotional break in the final week of the year. See, sometimes Mercury retrograde can actually be really beneficial. Look at this one that way. And there's lots more about it in my Mercury retrograde guide at Om Times. The week ends with the Sun completing the square to Neptune. That was the promise, the potential in the air at the new moon. This is when the fog alert is at its most extreme. This is when we are all the most spacey and inclined to escape. Probably not a great day for a long-distance drive, although Sagittarius does like to be outdoors nonetheless. Know that part of you is someplace else. So if your head is really in the clouds, maybe you want to park your body in front of a monitor and watch something rather than getting behind the wheel. Just an idea. Homing thought of the week. Change my outlook. Change my life. Song of the week, Heaven on My Mind by Becky Hill. And the image of the week is watching holiday specials from childhood. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the Sagittarius new moon, which is already up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host lively conversation on Facebook on the page Empowerment Unlimited and in the group the Astro Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm deeply grateful to the people who support my work there. Oh, and this month, the second tier and above all have access to my analysis of the solstice chart. I post on Instagram and Threads at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.